Oh my god. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today we have an exciting video. I found a little shop called Maxi Bazar, which is similar to like B&M or Home Bargains in the UK. And I got a bunch of makeup from there. It was really affordable. Everything I bought was between €2 and €6, the foundation being the most expensive. I also did get a bunch of other knickknacks. I got some powder puffs, as I know they're popular at the moment, and I got some hair clips which we'll be using today. I also got some hair ties and stuff. So everything I bought today cost about €39–40, but yeah, I'm really excited. This is what it looks like. It's called MODELITE. Or MODELITE, I'm not quite sure on the pronunciation, but yeah, I'm very excited. So the first thing we'll be starting with today is this eyeshadow palette. It is called the Mood Palette eyeshadow. Obviously it's in French, so it's all kind of backwards, but this is what it looks like. I did have a little feel of what the texture feels like, and it is slightly powdery, but I've had worse. So the shade selection is a bit strange. It jumps quite drastically. Like these are the two lightest shades and then it goes quite deep. So I think I'm going to use this shade over here. It looks lighter on camera, but it is more of like a peachy shade. And I'm going to take that and just run it through my crease. Start with my bad eye. I have already primed my eyelids and also done my brows if you haven't noticed. But let's just get that through the crease. It's actually more pigmented than I thought it would be. But my thought process with buying this makeup was definitely that obviously France is like the home of fashion and makeup. So I mean, Sephora was founded in France, so yeah, I thought it couldn't be that bad. And I mean, I think the palette was about €4, which isn't that cheap, but it's like similar priced to Collection. It is daytime, using natural light, so I don't want to do anything too dramatic because I think we are either going to the beach today or, well, we need to go grocery shopping as well, so I don't want to do anything too dramatic. Next I'm going to go in with this orange shade over here. Like I said, it is quite powdery. There's a lot of kickback, but that doesn't usually bother me. And this I'm just going to, oh, that is pretty pigmented. This I'm just going to place on the outer corner with the most pigment there, and then slightly wing that out and run that also through the crease. I also didn't get a full face. I forgot to mention that. I didn't get like a full face. There's just some products that I thought like I don't really need, like mascara I didn't get, primer I didn't get. I don't use primer that often. Well, I do, but I don't go through it very quickly, so I thought that would be pointless. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. It's blending really well, much better than I thought it would. Okay, so next I'm taking a small detailer brush and I'm just going to go in with the brown, the darkest in the palette. So I don't know if you can see, but there is a lot of kickback in the pan, but it's okay, like I said. And this we're just going to put on the outer corner just to slightly deepen things up. It's very difficult because I don't have a mirror, so I'm using a small compact, so I can only see one eye at a time, and that doesn't help with symmetry. But for the shimmer, I'm going to go in with this shade over here. Let me swatch it, or let's swatch a couple of them. So, or all of them, there's only 4. This is what they look like, so I don't know if you can see. So that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna go with this shade over here. I just feel like it will match this look. So I'm just going to take a flat brush first, and then we'll go in with our finger if it doesn't pick up nicely. And as always, we're going to put that from the inside of the eye to match to meet the brown. But that is really nice. I think that looks really good. Let's see if we use our finger if it's more intense. I think that looks pretty much the same, if I'm being honest. Okay, So this is what it's looking like so far. I really actually like it. I didn't think the quality would be as good as it is. The mattes feel a bit powdery, but they translate really, really nicely on the eye. So let me complete the other eye off camera and add some mascara, and then we'll come back and move on to the rest of the products. Okay, so verdict on the palette, I really do like it. The colors are very pigmented, much more than I thought they would be, and I think I could make some good use out of this. If not, I can always give it to my mom or my sister, but definitely enjoyed that. So next we'll move on to the face. Like I said, I didn't buy a primer, but I did get this MODELITE spray fixateur. So this is what it looks like, and it is a fixing spray with a rose scent, and it is meant to make your makeup last longer. So I mean, it looks pretty cheap, I'm not gonna lie. I think it was about €3, but we're gonna use this as our primer today. So I know I just did my eyes, so we'll just have to let it dry down nicely. Okay, spray is very, very aggressive. It doesn't smell that heavily of rose, but it does smell of rose. So let's let that sit for a couple of seconds, and while we do that, I'll just show you the foundation we got. So it is, again, the same brand, not going to mention it again, but it is a full HD foundation, and it is a creamy texture with a natural finish. I know that because I know some of these words, and I also did use Google Translate, so I know that. So it comes in a really nice frosted bottle. It also does have a pump, which is always very useful. It doesn't say much more than that. The shade I got is 05 Caramel, so they didn't have many shades. They had like really light, like vanilla ivory type, and then they had like really dark shades. So this is the most mid-tone shade that I got. I'm not sure if it will match, to be honest. It does look very light, and as we've learned before, frosted bottles definitely can be deceiving. But okay, that's dried down. It is slightly sticky, but hopefully that's just a combination with my skincare. So let's see. So I'm gonna just pump some of this out in my hand. Okay, shade doesn't look that bad at all. So I'm actually just gonna go in with a foundation brush, and then I will go over it with a sponge just to pick up any excess product. I did about 2 pumps, and I think that might be too much, but let's see. So actually, I'm just gonna spray my foundation brush so it's not completely dry with the same spray. Actually, this shade looks very orange. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but let's go ahead and yeah, it's very, very orange. It smells like skincare though. Let's just do 1/2 of the face. The texture is very creamy, as it says on the bottle. It's got like a satin finish, not too shiny, not too matte, which is exactly what I like. Okay, so this is one side of my face complete, and this is without the foundation. I really like it. It's given a nice like radiance to the face without looking greasy. It's sitting really, really nicely on my skin. It's not sunken into any pores. It's not really accentuating any pores, and it isn't clinging onto my little hairs on my face, which is something I look for. The shade match isn't terrible on camera, probably. Yeah, I don't think it looks that bad at all, actually. I think I did pretty well with that. Really like it. I mean, it is $6.99, which is like on par with most like affordable foundation. So yeah, I really, really like that. Let me just go ahead and complete the other side of the face. So that is the foundation on. I think it looks really good. Like I said, 100% recommend if you are in France and looking for something very affordable. Maxi Bazar, this full HD foundation, really good. Next we'll move into concealer as always, and I got this high definition concealer and corrector. This is what it looks like. They had some weird shades there, but this is the one I thought would match me the most. Hopefully it's not too light, and it's in 02 Beige Honey. Don't does have a brush tip just like the LA Girl one, so yeah, I hope it's not too light. I haven't really liked like having bright under eyes lately, so it looks like it might match very nicely. The consistency feels very thin. If you've tried the concealer from Primark, it's similar to the texture of that so far. And we will just blend that out with a sponge as usual. I'm not going to let it sit for too long because I really don't know how it's going to react to my creasy under eyes. Okay, it is slightly too light. I would have liked maybe one shade darker, but I think it's done a really good job. Look at that. This eye is my problem eye, so it's already creasing on this eye. I don't know if it's because I left it there for a few minutes, but this eye is already creasing. It's actually given really, really good coverage. Look at that. Like, I have a pretty bad bag, so I think that looks pretty good. So the last cream product I did get was a liquid illuminator, which is like a liquid highlight, and I can't even pronounce that word, O2 Cupido. So let's just see what that means. O2 copper, so it's in copper, and it also just has like a normal applicator. So I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, and this is what it looks like. I'm just going to rub it in slightly, and then I'm going to take the back of my sponge, try and pick some of that up, and we will put it on the high points of the cheekbones. Okay, that is very, very shimmery. Look at that, without having like big particles of glitter. Oh, I really like that. It's so smooth as well. Oh my god. Okay, so I actually pushed record on the sound now, so sorry about that. It happens to me more often than it should. But next we're going to move on to some finishing powder, I think it is. It's just called Compact Powder, and it's a mattifying powder. So the shade I got is 03 Honey. It is very light, but I thought if the foundation was too dark, we could just lighten that up. So I'm just going to take a slightly more fluffy brush rather than dense, because I don't want too much coverage. And we're just gonna, I don't even know if it's picking up, to be honest. Okay, yeah. So this is what it looks like. Let me feel the texture. The texture is quite smooth. It's very, very finely milled. So let's go ahead and set my under eyes first. Okay, so it definitely does mattify. As you can see, this is the eye with and this is the eye without. It actually like looks like it's lifted that little divot I have in my face. I'm just going to powder this side of the face and then we'll compare the two. It is really, really hot in France as well, so you definitely need a good setting powder. Like, I tried just the cream products on my face and it literally melts off. So as soon as you walk outside, you like start sweating, so you need like a really heavy duty powder for that. So as you can see, you can still slightly see the glow through, which is really, really nice. It has slightly minimized my pores, as you can see there, and obviously has mattified my face. I really do like it, and it feels quite smooth on the face, so definitely recommend that. And this was about €2 as well, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if I can link everything. I don't even know if Maxi Bazar has a website, but if they do, I definitely will. So if you are in France, you can just go check it out. Since everybody's allowed to travel now, I see all over TikTok and Instagram that people are now traveling. So if you are here, definitely go check it out. But yeah, like you can see, you can definitely see that my face is set down. So I'm just going to do the other side of the face now. Okay, I think that looks really nice. You can still see the highlight through, but I'm going to try the highlight over the powder as well and see if that works. Hopefully it doesn't lift, because then I have to wash all this makeup off and redo it before we head out. But so far I really, really like everything that I've used. There's nothing here that I've been like, so that's a good sign. So next we'll move on to bronzer. This one, literally when I bought it, I thought it was okay, but the longer it's sat here and I've stared at it, I don't think it will match my skin tone right now. It is the Air Sun bronzing powder. That's what it looks like. And the shade I got is in medium. this shade is medium, which is normally okay for me, but this is what it looks like. So it looks like it would be like a foundation powder for me, but let's go ahead and see what it's like. I'm going to use a slightly dense brush so we can get more color deposited on the face. It smells of nothing, which is great. Yeah, look at that. I don't think it's going to do anything for me, but let's go ahead and try. Just in my normal spots. I'll try and build it up because I actually don't think I can see it. I don't know, it is actually showing up on camera, but in real life it honestly doesn't look that dark. The shade is actually pretty ridiculous. It's not really showing up on screen at all. Or on screen, in real life at all. You can see something, but definitely would need a darker shade. This is definitely not medium. The texture is quite smooth on the skin. I could definitely use this as a foundation powder. I think it really hasn't like defined anything, but anyway, I guess that's my own fault for choosing the shade medium, because normally medium would work for me, but today no. So this is one of the products I'm iffy about. It's not the formula, it is definitely just my fault because I got the wrong shade. I forgot to use these, so definitely we'll use them in another video. I can't powder my face any more than I have right now. Next we'll go in with some blush. Almost done this video as well. So this is what the blush looks like. It is the Oh My Blush palette, and the shade is called Sun or Soleil. So that is what the back looks like, and these are the shades. It comes with like this, so I think I could probably try and use that as a bronzer, but I don't think it's completely necessary. I think because of the color of my blush, my eyeshadow, I think I'm going to go in with this shade just to slightly contrast from the orange. I don't want to look too monochromatic. It also feels pretty powdery, but smooth at the same time. So let's just pick up a bit on a little blush brush, and we're just going to... The shade is quite orangey anyway, but also with like red undertones, like a blood orange almost. Oh, I think that looks really nice. Now that that's on my face, actually you can see the bronzer, which is strange. I know I've added too much, but blush always fades first. It is a fully matte blush, which is my preference. Yeah, I think that looks good. I'm just going to go over it with my powder brush because I really did overdo this side. It's coming together really nicely. I really like this look so far. Before we move on to the lips, I thought I would just try this liquid illuminator on top of powders as well. So I'm just going to add another little dot on the back of my hand, and again just pick it up with the butt of my sponge, and then we'll go ahead and pop that over the blush. I just want to put it all over my face. So that really does work. It didn't actually lift any of the products underneath, which I thought it might, but that looks really good. I really like it. It might become my favorite highlighter. I haven't really been wearing highlighter just because it's so like topical and it just sits on your skin, but I think that looks really good. Really impressed so far. So lastly, we have the lips. So I got a lip pencil and a matte lipstick. So the lip, actually it says it's a 2-in-1 cream crayon contour. Oops. It's for contouring your eyes and your lips. And the shade I got is in Nude Rose. And then I got a matte, it's called Matte Shows, but it's a matte lipstick and it is in the shade Nude Beige. So I'm not sure if this pencil is even going to pick up like on my lips because it's very, very light, but let's see what it's like. I did bring out an extra one just in case, and actually it is showing up more than I thought it would. It is very creamy, but I feel like it's gonna make my lips disappear, but let's see. I prefer a darker liner and then a lighter shade of lipstick, but I can always add brown liner on after. This is what the lipstick looks like. It smells like normal lipstick, just like that vanilla-esque smell. And that looks really, really strange.
Oh, no, 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 no.
So this is a lip color with the lip liner. don't appreciate that. It looks really horrible, washes my lips up so much. So I'm just going to take a brown liner. The lipstick formula is really nice. Even though it's matte, it feels really, really creamy. But let's just go ahead and add some brown liner on here. Okay, that's much better. Okay, so this is what the final look looks like. So yeah, I really liked most everything that I got, which wasn't user error. So yeah, I would definitely have got a different shade in the lip liner as well as the bronzer, even though after the fact it doesn't actually look that bad, but I just feel like I like more defined bronzer. But these two products definitely are the meh ones in the selection. But yeah, I really liked everything. Let's just go ahead and set the face. Like I said, this mister is very aggressive, and this won't last me very long. I've already used like a third of the bottle because I do use a lot of setting spray. But let's set that dry down, and that is it. So definitely would recommend checking it out if you are in France. I'm sorry that these products were so cheap, and I'm so happy with them. They all worked out really well. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know if there's anything else you would like me to try or any type of videos you'd like to see on my channel. But other than that, that's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye. Okay, so this is what it's looking like in natural light. Like, it was really sunny, so I'm trying to get my eyes out of the sun so I'm not squinting too much, but this is what it's looking like. I really do like it. I looked at myself in a full mirror now, and I really like it. Everything looks really nice and put together and smooth. So yeah, I'm really happy with that and would 100% recommend. Please remember to subscribe.